Sunday going with margaritas is Shoana Jensen. Shoan's margaritas. First of all, I love seeing you, but I love seeing you with all these margaritas.
I suddenly become more popular when I bring cocktails.
Really popular. Lately, we've really been loving you. So margaritas, we think summer, we think parties, we think, you know, having a good time. You're going to make them 3 different ways.
Yes.
But before we even get started, I need to know from you something really serious. What sort of person drinks a margarita? Because she comes from the bar scene, bartender for many years.
Yeah.
You've seen all of us come and go into your world,
Yes.
and I'm sure you have like you have an archetype for every drink.
I do, and that is like a segment on its own. But I'll say, I say with margaritas, they're for everybody. Most people.
Okay.
Except the type of margarita, like the type of margarita will change per person. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
You know, well, these 3 would really cover 3 different kinds of people. So I say margaritas are for all.
Margaritas for all.
Yeah,
We're about inclusivity around here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's get into the classic. And would this be yours? Are you a classic girl?
I'm a classic girl. Almost always with cocktails, I'm classic, like in my personal life.
Yeah.
Although I appreciate the fabulousness of the other ones.
Yeah.
I might dip my toe every now and then in it. But let's do with like a classic straight margarita. You know, when you think margaritas, we think blended and fruity and all this stuff, and we're going to get to that. But the real margarita is actually a super simple drink and so easy to make. Like, don't overthink it. Okay? And I'm going to give you the easiest way to remember how to make it. 2, 1, 2.
2, 1, 2.
That's it.
Okay.
So the ingredients that are in a margarita are tequila, a Grand Marnier, an orange liqueur, and lime juice. You're going to add a little bit of sweetener to that, probably like a simple syrup, but that's just very particular for that person. So with those 3 ingredients, we're doing 2, 1, 2. You can think of that as ounces, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the tequila. Now, the tequila that I'm going to use in my margarita is Herradura, and this is their Ultra, okay? And Ultra tequila, you'd think, which is their premium, we're going really like fabulous, okay? But you would think it's an aged tequila, it's a blend of añejo.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the time people associate that with gold, or like that golden color.
Yes.
This one's been filtered to take that out, okay? So, ooh, yeah, mama.
So it's high end, it's silver.
It's añejo, which means old but aged.
Aged,
like,
okay. All right.
We're gonna do, you know what, we'll do a whole lesson just on tequila
This
because
is
it's
the kind of
world.
lessons I wish I had in school.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
They skip this completely.
People like to blame the tequila, but it is not the tequila. It's the 85 vodka cranberries you had before the last tequila. So we'll do a lesson on tequila another day.
Okay.
So for this recipe, I'm doing the 2 ounces of
your special tequila.
Yes, and I'm doing 1 ounce of Grand Marnier.
Okay.
Now remember, there's a little bit of sweet that's in this Grand Marnier, okay? And then we're doing 2 ounces of the lime juice. I already have some ice in here.
Okay.
I don't like a particularly sweet drink, so I'm only going to put like a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons maybe into it. You can do it for taste.
Simple
syrup.
syrup?
It's like a simple syrup. You can use agave or whatever sweetener you like.
Yes.
We're going to give it a good shake. Okay, get it nice and cold and frothy.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do the salt rim. Personally, I don't do a salt rim, but I know a lot of people prefer that.
Oh, you just don't do it at all?
No, I don't do it at all. I leave it out. Just not my taste.
All right,
So you can make it your own way.
Yeah.
Now, quick way to do a salt rim is you don't have to have the extra plate with all the lime juice and swirl it in the lime juice and then the salt. It's quite a messy. Just grab a wedge of lime and run it around the edge of the glass.
Do it like the pros.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's all we do in the bars. It's a, frankly, more sanitary way and less messy. So we've got our salt rim. We're using kosher salt. We're going to put fresh ice in that.
Oh, I have a job.
Yep.
Now, do you want a lot or a little? Or do you,
lot, because we had the lesson about ice, remember?
I know, and I was listening to everything you said.
A lot of ice is a good cocktail. You want a lot. That's pretty good right there.
All right.
And then we're just going to pour it out and decant it. This is how easy it is. I mean, I'm talking, so this is taking, you can make that in like a minute.
Yeah,
and see, we've got it right down to the drop that fits into the glass, exactly the size of an average rock glass.
Beautiful.
Put a lime in it, and you're good to go.
You're like, no frills. You want what you want. You got your margarita.
And quality ingredients. Quality for this, because it's so simple.
Okay, is this where we go down the drain?
No. We are never going down the drain with me, Tracy.
It's always going to be quality.
You want a good tequila. You want 100% agave. I'm going to get too far into the tequila lesson. I know that's going to be the other day.
Yeah.
But we want 100% agave tequila. So what we're doing, though, is for the blended and for the next one, we're going to go to a silver tequila.
Oh, okay.
Silver tequilas lend extremely well to the margaritas.
Mixed and blended.
You don't need to go that kind of golden. If you like it, you do you. I'm not saying don't do that. But this is the one we're going to go silver for this. Again, the Herradura.
Okay.
And we're going to do, I've already blended 6 cups of ice here just because the blender is pretty loud.
Okay.
This is going to make 4 drinks. We've got a cup of the tequila.
Yep.
We've got a half a cup of the Grand Marnier.
Yep.
Okay. We've got a cup of the lime. And we're going to put a full 2 shots, 2 ounces of simple syrup in here because, again, this is what you're looking for is that kind of sweet stuff.
These are sweeter.
With the blender.
Yeah.
And we're going to just pulse it a little bit because I've already got the ice in, right?
Okay.
Now, I just saw you grabbing the Grand Marnier. Let's talk about that.
I was trying to sneak it out of here. That didn't work.
I know you were. Your purse is in the back, Tracy.
Yeah.
Grand Marnier is it's a cognac, and it's an orange-flavored liqueur. Okay. And so it's the gold standard for margaritas. Like this is what you're going to put in your margarita.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and
so
it's like
Grand Marnier.
And it's a bitter orange. There's a bit of sweetness, like I mentioned earlier. So that's why you're wanting to put. Can't get the lid off.
I can never get the lid off. That looks beautiful.
Oh, it smells so good. Smell that. Wish we had
Oh my gosh, it smells like Monday. I wish Mondays always smelled like that.
And we're pouring that slushy goodness into a patio plastic margarita glass because they're usually done by the pool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this, as you can see, makes a whole batch in like a whip of it. Just a whip, it's a second.
That's lovely. Okay, so last but not least, what are we doing here?
We're going to do a pineapple margarita. Okay,
oh, that's nice.
So we're going a jalapeno pineapple margarita.
Okay.
We're going to put two slices of jalapeno in there.
Right. Do you have any tips for the jalapeno that we put in?
If you're sensitive to heat, leave out the membrane and the seeds and just put the green part in.
Yeah.
I encourage you to leave the heat in because it's lovely.
Yeah.
But whatever, floats your boat. You want to put your simple syrup in here. Okay. We've got 2 ounces of simple syrup, and we're going to muddle the simple syrup and the jalapeno. Now, muddle, it just means mush it up.
Right.
Okay? Just, you get a muddler, the back of a spoon, and you're just going to mush it up. Okay.
Because that gets the flavor out.
Because
Did I just make that up?
No, you're completely correct.
Gets the flavor out.
Yeah. Now we're going to do the Herradura Silver again.
Okay.
We're going to do Grand Marnier again. We're going to do lime juice again.
Right.
And we're going to do pineapple juice. You could muddle fresh pineapple in there if you wanted, but I don't personally think it needs it. But if you have it, you do. Again, have fun with it.
Okay.
Now,
this looks like it's going to be good.
Now, while I shake this up, Tracy, do you want to put some ice in that glass?
Yes.
And if you notice, the glass has a red rim in it. And
yes.
so
what did you use?
I've done is I've rimmed it in tahine.
Yes.
Which is a Mexican spice that's like red chilies and salts and things like that.
Yeah.
So it has a little bit of spice as well.
Nice.
We've given this a good shake. We're going to put that into the fresh ice. Now, fresh ice is usually what you should do when you're making a cocktail. Again, personally, I like the ice that comes out of these.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it properly, you're going to do fresh ice.
Okay.
And then we're just going to garnish it with a fresh jalapeno slice and a pineapple wedge.
Good.
And you are going to just sip that in the heat in the summertime and enjoy.
It smells like vacation up in here on a Monday. I am here for it. Thank you, Shoana.